All right. Who's here with me? Put your L up. Come on. I know this is not the easiest time to do this, but come on. Put your L's up right now. Come on. Can you hear me? Can you smell me? See me, hear me, touch me, heal me. Listening to you. Listening to you. I come to podcast following you. I got the beat. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Stevie Lou. I'm here with you. I don't know if you guys can tell. Things look a little different. I took some feedback, a lot of considerable feedback from all sorts of sources saying that I need to work on the lighting schematic. What I had going on was just not doing it for me. As a matter of fact, someone called me green last night. Now, I love to get green, but if you're talking about my complexion, that's probably not what I want in general. But I'm listening. Someone else out there, someone I care deeply about, was just saying that I don't look like me on the stream, and they said it was because of the lighting. So I'm working on stuff. Let me know what you think. Look at this. People throwing up the L's. Stephen M., my boy. The Hammer checking in saying, I like this music and I don't like the Disco Biscuits. Hammer, that was not the Disco Biscuits. As a matter of fact, I'd love to give a quick shout out to an old buddy of mine, Ben Silver of the DJ group Orchard Lounge. This was a three-piece DJ crew out of Chicago that I used to be pretty friendly with a long time ago. And they used to play in New York City. A lot of the festivals I used to be going to when I was a big-time festival kid coming up. But yeah, that was a little mix there between the drummer of the Disco Biscuits and Ben Silver, the DJ. So do go check out his SoundCloud. That's Ben Silver of Orchard Lounge on SoundCloud. Shout out to Ben Silver. And I was feeling that groove there for sure. I don't know if you, ladies and gentlemen, noticed, but I like to try set the tone, set the mood up. Whatever I'm feeling that day, I'll throw on, see how you people like it. So it looks like Hammer's with it. Ted E in the house, throwing up the L. Losers unite. I saw Ted E was there last night. I'm sure a lot of people are going to want to get into MLC last night, and we're not going to do that. I won't speak another word again about last night's MLC. No, obviously we can talk about what went down last night. I'll maybe try to unpack some of the things here. We won't watch any clips. We can maybe screw around here in the chat, and maybe I can try to provide some insight. I don't know. I'm not so sure exactly what I can do here for you. But yeah, that's right. Mr. Lee, I was doing a little Tommy there. Can you hear me? Mr. Lee, can you hear me? Mr. Lee, can you hear me? Can you see me near you? All right, that's enough. All right, Let me check, Tommy. These are the Dead Milkmen lyrics. Hear me, see me, touch me, smell me. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. And look at this right here. Flat Cat Jessica says, I don't look green today. Thank you, Jess. It's my moderator right there. I got 2 mods in the house. I got Balls Deep. Get on that balls. And Jessica Flatcat. These are just 2 awesome, very supportive characters, I guess you'd almost say at this point in the whole universe here, that don't necessarily get on mic, but are here helping me out. Reach out behind the scenes. We chat, talk about some real stuff. And I trust them too very dearly. So I appreciate their help here. We don't really have much to do when it comes to moderation. As you probably understand with me, I'm not a big moderation guy. But we'll try not to keep people's doxing information off. We don't want that in the chat, and any spamming too. Not gonna happen. Yeah, the hammer. That's right. That wasn't the Disco Biscuits, but let me tell you, holy shit. Disco Biscuits are on fucking fire right now. This is going to sound insane, what I'm about to say. But last night, the Disco Biscuits did a rendition of Shaggy's It Wasn't Me that absolutely floored me. Not a bit. It's not a work. So yeah, I don't really know how else I can explain that any better, but they went into this crazy dub section of a song and just busted out It Wasn't Me out of nowhere and lit the fucking house on fire. I will be checking in on them tonight. We got the Oscars tonight. The Biscuits are still on tour. They're playing in Charlottesville, Virginia. I would say go check them out. But if you didn't grab a ticket, they sold that show out tonight. So the Disco Biscuits are selling out shows on a Sunday night. There's an old saying in this scene, the music scene that I'm involved in, where you never miss a Sunday show. So I have a feeling that anyone in attendance tonight in Charlottesville, Virginia, is going to have a great old time getting down with that. We got the Oscars tonight, too. I figured maybe I could do a last minute, really fast rundown of my Oscar predictions for this year. We can lock them in. We can see how I do afterwards. I didn't see every Best Picture nominee this year, but I saw a bunch of them. And you know me, kind of the movie guy around here. So might as well put my money where my mouth is. Yeah. But yeah, let me know. What do you think about the lighting here? Look at this. Holy shit. Roy Cohn knows what the fuck is up. B4L, baby. Tree, alien tree. I'll be going to the show in a few weeks at Webster Hall. I'm actually like really excited about that because that's going to be like my first big concert of the year. And I used to go to shows all the fucking time. So now that I'm not going out as much to concerts, to go do a big one that I'm really looking forward to at a cool venue like Webster Hall in New York City is going to be incredible. I was just talking to Max Dawson, who's the host of Touchdowns All Day, the Disco Biscuits podcast. It's crazy, but yeah, they have this amazing podcast, this like high-end, crystal clear sounding podcast called Touchdowns All Day, hosted by Max Dawson, who was a contestant on Survivor. I don't know if there's anyone out there who's a big Survivor fan, but Max Dawson was an ex-Survivor contestant who's an older, a more seasoned veteran of a Disco Biscuit fan than I am, and I've been following the band for 22 years at this point. So Max goes back even further. He's a fucking great host on Touchdowns All Day, and I reached out to him the other day just to let him know, yesterday, actually, saying, "Hey, man, you do an incredible job hosting your show. Your hosting ability on your show makes me enjoy the music more. It's like a companion piece to the music." And I just wanted to reach out and thank him. And he got back to me and said that he was going to be in New York, and I should try to find him at the show and say what's up. So do give a like, follow, subscribe to Touchdowns All Day. That is a music podcast. So if you want to change things up a little bit, not do all this fucking drama, nonsense, nonstop insanity that my life is, because I like to change things up a little bit. But yeah, what are we thinking here? How is the lighting looking? Look at this. He's kind of confusing me here. Talking about the last stream, the stream before last. I don't know what you're talking about, but it's all good. I did want to say one thing before I go any further. Love. Love will keep us together. Think of me, Kev, whenever some sweet talking girl comes along, singing her song. Don't mess around, you gotta be strong. Just stop, 'cause I really love you. Stop, I'll be thinking of you. Look in my heart and let love keep us together. I don't know if you get the reference. There was a little Captain and Tennille going on last night. I don't know where the hell that came from, but I was watching a clip this morning of the nonsense from last night. And we're here. We're going to be all right. Leather Daddy Cap says, I'm glad. I'm glad too, buddy. We're going to be all right. Roy Cohn Esquire saying it was bullshit. People, I guess I was scared. Scaring people. I was playing a mean pinball last night. I guess my head kind of looks like a pinball sometimes. It's on Nugs tonight. Absolutely, Roy. I've been listening to the live shows. It's great. Like, I'm gonna watch the Oscars while listening to the Disco Biscuits tonight. I'll be watching on mute. So I probably will be wrapping this up before the Oscars get started, but I guess we do have a lot to talk about, and we can get into all that shit. It really was shit. Lost my phone. I have my notes. But yeah, MLC last night. Let me take this fucking thing out of here too. No, not what I wanted. There we go. MLC last night was an interesting one. Throw an Oscar Piazza party. Throw an Oscar party Piazza. I think he's telling me to do that. No, I'm not an Oscar party type of guy. I've gone out and watched the Oscars in the past in public. That's not a terrible time. It's kind of like almost like the Super Bowl for those people. But I'll be watching from home tonight. It's shitty weather in New York City. I hate to say it, but I've just been really not enjoying the 40-degree weather with rain all weekend. As a matter of fact, I was going to go. So, okay, we get into this. And all right, let's fucking Teddy. What's the farthest you ever went to see a band? I guess Jamaica. I went all the way to Jamaica to see the Disco Biscuits back in 2008. I guess that was like kind of a destination sort of event, but had a good time doing that. Got to see Toots and the Maytals perform on the beach in Jamaica. I was like, all right, man, I feel like I'm doing something right here. But yeah, Jamaica. And then I used to go down to Florida all the time to see them. Never too far out west. I traveled to Las Vegas to see Daft Punk back in 2007. I guess that would be the farthest distance technically. And that was another festival sort of situation. But yeah, last night, Love is a Flaw. I think I'm getting some claps here from for my singing here. And then the great Leo Gunn cracking me up saying that Ray just said he'll be waiting for you in front of Webster Hall that night, you punk. That's hilarious. Thank you, Leo Gunn. Peter Sky Parker saying Kevin set you up for failure last night. Yeah, we can get into all that. Kevin was practically begging you for you to fight with every super chat. When you fought, all of a sudden everybody freaked out that you lost it. Thank you, Flat Cat, who's calling this one fair, I think. Absolutely. Flat Cat is right. Look at that. She went all the way out to Sheffield, England to see Paul McCartney. That sounds like a goddamn fun time. Yes. Toots. Toots. Good man. Good man. All right. So, yeah, last night, I guess. All right. I was going to go out last night. Saturday night. I went out on a date Friday night with the wife. Had a great fucking time. We went and saw a live podcast at Town Hall. Sold out crowd. This show called Blank Check. It's a movie podcast that I absolutely adore. They had a live show. Got early access tickets through their Patreon, so we had good seats. It wasn't very expensive. Just use that for, a good jumping off point for our entertainment for the night. So, we hung out, had a good time. Maybe got a little drunk. That happens. We're both blowing off a lot of steam right now, both stressed with life and work. Nonetheless, Saturday comes along last night, and I was going to go out to go see a concert, a small show, not far, about a mile from my place in Brooklyn. Some Trauma friends, as a matter of fact, one of their bands was playing, a band called Theophobia. Shout out to my friends in Theophobia. Check out Dylan Mars Greenberg and Theophobia, available on Spotify, as a matter of fact. And let's not get crazy with the music here tonight, but just to be said, I was going to go out. I went out, got myself all bundled up, had an umbrella, was getting blown around because the freaking weather in New York City was absolutely abominable last night, coming down, raining cats and fucking dogs. So I get to the subway station. I miss the train by 30 seconds. Happens. Waiting for the train. I see it says next train's coming 10 minutes, which is kind of long. Usually it's like every 5 minutes. 10 minutes is a little extra. But I'm like, all right. It is what it is. I'm actually listening to the Disco Biscuits live show at the time and enjoying myself. But then the fucking subway clock starts going backwards, which it normally never does. It goes from 9-minute wait to like 12-minute wait to 15-minute wait. It starts going backwards, which is not common and usually a sign of trouble. At the same time, I got a text from my buddies who were at the show saying, hey, where are you? Dylan's band is on right now. So at that point, I just cut my losses and said, okay, it's fucking disgusting out here. I can turn around right now. I haven't gone far. This was before the thought of going on MLC even crossed my head. This was about 8:30 p.m. last night. So I just fucking canceled my night and was fine with it. I was a little hungover from fucking Friday, if anything. So I was like, I'm just going to just take it easy here. So come back home, grab something to eat, get a text from Kevin Brennan. So let's just be very clear here. This week, he reached out to me and said, can you come do my show tonight at 9:45? All right? Like, I'll be very, very open and honest here. Most weekends, Saturday, if I'm free around 5, 6, 7 o'clock, I'll usually shoot Kevin a message and say, if you need me tonight, I'm around. Because especially the past couple of weeks, the past 2-3 months or whatever, besides the holidays, it gets nasty. The weather is not great in New York City. So staying in And being home on a Saturday is not like the worst fucking option in the world, especially when you could have fun and maybe make a few bucks too. So I usually do text him and say, hey, man, if you need me tonight, I'm around. And normally he takes me up on that. Last night, I didn't reach out to him. I said to myself, you know what? Maybe things are getting too fucking nuts. I'm getting a lot of weird feedback right now. People more upset than normal about me. I'm pissing people off for whatever reason. More people want me gone than ever before. There's always been people that don't like me. Things, for what reason, you could list them. I'm sure you all have your own lists, and go feel free to jump in the chat and list why you don't like me here. It's fine. It's cool. It's totally fine. I'm all okay with that. I'm not going to be one of these guys who's like, oh, they hate my guts. They used to like me, but now they hate my guts. I get it. I'm not going to fucking win everyone over. Not here to do that. So, yeah, Kevin reaches out to me and says, do you want to come on my show? I said, sure. That sounds like a fucking fine plan. Let's do it. Let's have a good time like we've been doing. It's usually kind of a laid back Saturday night, relaxing hang. I even said to myself, okay, you know what? Even though you wanted to go out and you stayed in, now you have an opportunity that just arrived. If I had been out and he said, do you want to come on my show? I would have said, no, I'm out right now. The fact that I bailed on going out and was home when he said, do you want to do my show? I completely looked at that opportunity like, yeah, fuck it. Let's make this happen. So never did I think for a second that this was going to become like a fucking trial. It was more or less, I had no clue that I was walking into a bit of a loaded situation. I guess people are reaching out to Kevin saying I gotta go, that I'm no good, that I'm this, I'm that, the other thing. People that don't, none of these people actually know me in real life. That's the best part, is that this is all just reaction to me. So we're doing the show, and the show's going along, and I'm getting texts from this guy, Billy Kammerer. And I'm going to be very clear right now. I assumed that there was some sort of arrangement already made between Kevin and Billy. And I felt that since I was live on air, Adam is not working these Saturday shows. For some reason, Billy's contacting me saying, hey, I'm ready. Kevin said to come on at 11. Send me the link. So I'm just fucking just trying to be like, I thought, I mean, again, I guess I thought I was doing the right thing. In retrospect, should I have just ignored Billy Kammerer's texts and just kept going on with the show? I guess that would have been the move in retrospect. Hindsight's 2020. And I don't think that would have made a better show if it was just me, Pat, and Kevin kind of with me having an off night. Sure. I'll say it. I was having off night. I mean, got a lot going on. Not going to blame it on that. But, last night before Billy came on, and it absolutely cascaded once Billy was on and things got weird. But, there was a point last night where I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? I really felt like confused and disoriented because that show had always been a fun, hang, bullshit, good time, mess around, no pressure sort of situation for me. And that's where I excel. And I didn't ever feel like I was a fucking monkey in a cage being told to dance ever. And last night, I was starting to feel like, what the fuck is happening right now? Why is this suddenly becoming like I'm being dehumanized. I'm absolutely being disregarded as, you know, as someone who should be respected. I was like completely fucking kind of like I said, just I just felt like I was over my head. Me as whatever I am in this situation, in this little world, I felt for one of the first times that fuck, what have I gotten myself into? I kind of had couldn't turn the train, couldn't turn it around. And maybe I was letting some of the fucking chirping that's been going on get to me, which is fine. But yeah, with Billy Kammerer, who I'm going to go on the air and just say right now, I have zero problem with Billy. So if he's watching this or anybody's watching this, like Billy's a good guy. Okay. I'm not going to get into Billy's business at all, but like Billy's got some stuff going on and we've talked, he used to be a stand-up comedian and he's got some things going on in his life. I have some things going on in my life. He's a fan of this show. Like, so we have some things in common right now. And we've been having just some chat on the backside, and I honestly like commiserate to a certain degree with what Billy's going through. And again, I'm not going to fucking drag this guy's laundry up whatsoever. He's talked about some of the things that he deals with mentally before. And I'm here for people like that, man. Like I don't got it all together up top, but I feel like I got at least something happening enough that if someone does reach out to me who's got some stress, got some issue, if there's any way that I could help a human cope with their life, man, like that's something that I can absolutely key in on, and that's where Billy kind of comes in. I'm not going to sit there and try to bully on Billy even if he didn't belong in that situation there last night. He's a big fan of MLC. Like I said, he used to be a stand-up, so the story, I guess, and I forgot about all this because it's been a while, but Billy said that he wanted to come on MLC his first time on a couple months ago, saying that he had all this stuff about Shuley, all this dirt about Shuley. So Kevin brought him on, and then he ended up really not having uh, anything much of substance, and that became a fucking a funny thing. So yeah, poor Billy got kind of stuck in the middle of a weird shootout and definitely took some shrapnel. Let's check in with the chat because I've been fucking going way too long here. Yeah, like Flat Cat said, he was practically begging for me to fight with every super chat. Yeah, at one point he was, and like that, like again, I was like, before the show went on, I'm saying to myself, everyone's calling you these idiots, like the Chad Zumachs, the Ray DeVitos, the trolls are saying he's a psychopath who only threatens people with violence. That's all he ever does. That's all he's ever known for and good for, which is complete bullshit. Okay. Yes, sure. I'm a big guy and I will maybe say some things that from time to time can be misconstrued or construed properly as some sort of physical statement, but I'm not running around like threatening people all the time. The one thing with Ray was when he kept pushing my buttons about my wife and my situation. And I think anybody who has a loved one that you might be going through things with or not, or you could have a loved one where you are in a wonderful situation. When people start really digging into that, you could probably find yourself where I found myself saying some, pretty harsh, scary stuff, I guess, and sure, I lose when I do that. And I guess that's what people are saying. That's why one of the reasons why I'm getting all this backlash is because I'm physically threatening Ray DeVito. I did not physically threaten Ray DeVito seriously. I was telling him to back the fuck off this talk about my wife. And if anyone actually watches this shit and really is going to fairly call this, Ray 100% has crossed the line over and over again, bringing up my wife's situation. He didn't just bring it up once. It's basically all he's fucking got. And he will not back off of it. And I felt that maybe that was my only recourse, was to actually say, you know what? Hey, dummy, if me telling you to back off, Kevin telling you to back off isn't enough, then maybe this will fucking hit home. You're in my town. Okay? That's my town that you're in. My hometown. You come visit here once a fucking month. You're lucky that you get to come and visit here once a month and do fucking comedy in this fucking town. My fucking tax dollars that I pay run those subways that you fucking take. All right, now I'm being crazy. I'm sorry. I'm now being fucking crazy. Oh man, I can really go off. Let's catch up with the chat. Kevin did set up Stevie so Kevin can get super chats. Hey, you know, is it Stevie Lou or is it Stevie View? Or sometimes the L can turn into a V. If you look closely, every once in a while. All right, I got to work on that. But I just farted. Roy Cohn, Esquire, did you get some stank on your hang low? Hell yeah, brother. You know it. You know it. I would like to know more about the music. I'm stuck in the past. Maybe he's just behind, or she. Right? That could be a he or a she. Maybe a music stream. Hey, let's get Stevie Lou over the monetization hump. What do we say? Let's all hit the like button right now on the stream. Let's make sure we're subscribed. Make sure we're hitting the notification button, because I do not have a regular schedule right now, but this is part of it. This is part of it. These questions. Yes, this is where the cool people hang. Maybe a music stream. Yes. You know what? Ching Lee, if I can get over the monetization level, I will give you folks a regular schedule of programming with different topics. We'll do a music show. We'll do a video game show. We'll do a movie show. And it's not just going to be, oh, it's a movie show. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have guests. We'll have topics. We'll break down the topics. I'll do some research. I'm good at research. Not handsome, but I've got a brain up here that works. So Chad can't say that. Okay. You may be pretty, Chad. You may be very, very pretty, but you're dumb. Okay? You're fucking stupid. So you cannot put out the kind of content that little old Stevie Lou can do, because I'm smarter than you. And I will always be able to outthink you and out fucking hustle you too. Okay? You may be a beautiful centerfold that you are, but this boy over here works harder and is smarter, and that always fucking wins. Put up the L. Put up the fucking L if you're down with that shit right there. Mr. Blue Sky. Mr. Blue Sky reached out, sent me some music. I think it was his. Pretty sure it was his. It was great. So I asked him if he could let me use that for one of these little intro pre-stream music drops. We'll see if he says yes or no. I'd love to feature it. Stefan M., was the National Guard in the subway tunnels? I have yet to see an actual National Guardsman in the metro area system yet. I mean, you see them in Grand Central in the major subway stations all the time, but not seeing them on the platforms out by me in Brooklyn, which is probably good because we don't. The problems in New York City aren't so much in my neighborhood, which is kind of nice, and is one of the reasons why my neighborhood is becoming one of the nicer, more sought after neighborhoods, because there is a quality of life that does seem to rise above some other neighborhoods. But Mr. Blue Sky found us. That's right, Jess. Let's catch up here more. I feel like I'm a little out of sync with the chat. I like you when you're real. Yeah, Ching. I try to keep it real because that is the way to be. You were a good bud to Billy. Yeah, like Billy reached out to me today, was like apologizing. Like, I'm not laughing at Billy here, but he was apologizing to me, and I was like fucking wanted to be very clear to Billy and be clear again that I have no animosity, no ill will towards Billy. There was nothing that he personally really did wrong last night, other than just didn't really fit for the situation. Like I said, man, like Billy has some shit going on in his life. And I think when anybody has extra baggage going into a situation like this, you better be fucking on your A game. And you can see he didn't have it. And I've been there too. I was kind of in the same spot to a certain degree last night, but I think, I did lose my cool. I fucking lost my cool. I felt like I was kind of cornered and snapped, sure. But I did hang in. I did try to hang in at least. I did think about fucking dumping off and just saying fuck it and walking off more than once last night. But I was able to, I think, rein it in as best as I could. I don't know. You tell me. Let's catch up here more in the chat. Tough shit for them. I want Chad gone. Yeah, I guess Chad is now doing back to back. He's doing all sorts of episodes about me. I guess I'm the big topic for Chad on his show, which, I mean, you're welcome, Chad. I guess you need me now. I have Chad's old position. Chad used to be the one. This is all fucking like, it's kind of like gorillas in the mist. Okay. He used to be one of the top silverbacks in the tribe, but now he's aged out and is no longer the dominant one. And the younger, more dominant male has taken his hierarchy position. He used to be Kevin's guy that was on every week, getting all of the controversy, getting all of the fucking heat. And now that he has taken a back seat and is watching me do it, it's completely fucking his whole world up. And now he's focusing entire episodes, entire Patreon episodes, putting them out for free, even on me. So fucking checkmate, Chad. You fucking absolutely have fallen into a brutal trap where I'm up in your ass. And so many people dislike Chad that it absolutely helps me. So actually, Chad, please continue to talk shit about me. Please continue to put content out about me, because the more people see you do that, the more it helps me. 100%. This is not a joke whatsoever. The anti-Chad dollar is an absolute true. What? I'll show you right now. If anybody here hates Chad Zumach, Venmo me a few dollars right now. If you want to prove how much you hate Chad Zumach, let's do it right now. I'll take 5. I'll take 5 right now. Venmo at Stevie Lou 12. Send me $5 right now. Prove how much of a piece of shit Chad Zumach is, and how strong, like I said, the anti-Chad, I guess dollar is not the greatest way to put that. That is a little scummy of me, but you know what I'm saying. So, Chad, love to see it, buddy. The one thing I won't do is I'm not going to focus on Chad all episode. If you want, you could go watch old episodes of Sad Chad. Did a great thing there with Ski Mask Collective a couple of months back where we covered it all. There's not much more to say anymore about that fucking dope. So Chad's scared of me. I got his number. How you like them apples? Dr. Chow, the Mega G. Yo, what up, Lou? Kevin shouldn't have mad. You feel bad about that. I don't know what that means. Have been mad. You feel bad about, I don't know. I'm not sure. Sorry. Don't sweat the Billy thing. Yeah. No. I'm not going to just like turn on Billy because of this. It's not the kind of person I am. The story is hard to follow, but I'm here for it. Yeah. That was last night. It was a crazy fucking way about it, but that's how it happened. It's one of those like multiverse sort of things. Like in another universe, I got on that subway and made it to the show last night and never went on MLC. Like for sure. There is a multiverse right now where last night's episode of MLC never went down how it did. And yeah, I was thinking about that post show. It's like that Sliding Doors. You ever see the movie Sliding Doors? It's kind of, yeah, it's exactly like the We're going to get to my Oscar picks soon. And I also got a video for you. Let me know what you want first. You want Oscar or video? Oscar or video? And wow, I got to catch up on some chat here. Okay. Wow. I'm trying to catch up here. Okay. Chad attaching himself to Bichetti particularly enrages me. I think that was just starting. I think I was just starting to hate him less. Yeah. Chad, I don't know if that's a bit, but he thinks that he adds something to that Bichetti angle where no, Chad, that's just Mike being a freak, awesome talent. And yeah, take Chad out of that equation in that show. Doesn't change at all. As a matter of fact, put me in instead of my Chad one day with Mike and see how little of a difference is made on that concept. Like he does not do anything by fucking, I don't know. He does not bring anything to the table for that. You're right. Dude, you have zero self-control. Yeah, I'd argue that's not the case. I wouldn't say zero self-control. Do I have anger issues? Yes. Yes, I do have anger issues. I have a line. And if you cross that line, I'm going to react. Fuck. If you can't like feel that, if no one here has never been in that sort of situation before that I was in last night, then you live a blessed life. Like, God damn. That was not fun. Kevin's bullying went too far. You probably felt ganged up on with Pat, although Pat has been kind to you. Yeah, I don't see Pat as much as bullying me last night. I mean, he was definitely not backing me up necessarily. He was kind of pushing along, and he even said at one point, like, I'm not trying to pile on here, but then he like kind of piled on, which, I'm not mad at Pat Dixon. So yeah, I mean, he's like in a weird spot there where I think I've been in that place too, where it's like he's watching me getting slaughtered and he's like, all right, well, I got to do whatever I got to do to not also get slaughtered. I'd rather be on the other side of this firing line. So, you know, it's like if you're in a situation where either you grab a gun, you have two options. Either you gotta go on the firing squad line with the gun or go on the prisoner line where you get shot. You're gonna go with the gun every time. Does that make sense? All right. Let's give a little palate cleanser here. I'm gonna do a little palate cleanser. This is a clip that I found from the East Side Dave show. I got a lot of good feedback about the East Side Dave clip that I played the other night. It was one of these bits that I more or less kind of came up with and was able to put into play. And this would be another clip here where we have another Stevie Lou original. So this is a world premiere or a world's re-premiere because this did air live on Compound Media back in, I think, sometime in 2017. But I'm bringing it back to you for the first time in a long time. Here, let me just get to it. Let's do this. I think you're going to enjoy this one. And then we'll get back to the chat. But this will give me a good second to hit the weed cock and you guys can enjoy this. What do you say? Yeah? All right. Here we go.
Watching some goddamn WWE wrestling Monday night, Prudential Center, Newark. And I didn't realize that I'll probably get home at 12:30, 1 o'clock. I have to be up at 4 for my wonderful morning radio show, 95.9 The Rads. Yeah. Thank you. WRAT.com. I'll only be getting 3 hours, and then I have to come in here on Tuesday night. So next week's show, boy.
It'll be good.
It'll
be a good one. Huh?
Yeah, Stevie, guests.
Right.
Lots of guests, please.
I'll do it.
All right.
Enough time.
All right, Stevie.
Hey,
yeah, go ahead, Steve.
I have a question. At the WWE match, wrestling, will there be strap matches?
Stevie is begging to, you know what? Roy, play me some fucking.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Play me some goddamn.
Oh, shit.
You want there to be a strap match? You want there to be a strap match? Huh? You want there to be a strap match, pal? Get down right here, pal. Get down right here. Get down. Get down. Get down. You want a strap match? Yes, master. You got a fucking strap match. Oh, what? Hit him again.
Don't stop, Dave.
You like that?
He deserves it.
Oh, you fucking like that? I don't fucking help that. Say uncle. Oh, no, keep going. Get that. You want some of this? You want some of this, Mr. Owen?
Harder, Dave.
Go ahead, Mr. Owen. Go ahead, Mr. Owen. Hit me. Hit me.
Shut up.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
You like that, Steven?
It's a strap match.
Take that shirt off. Pull the shirt up, Dave. Pull the shirt up.
Dave, you like that?
Just pull the shirt up.
Huh? Welcome to your fucking nightmare, Paul.
Who's winning?
It's the Eastside Dave show, bro.
Who's
It's the
winning?
show for nightmares. This ain't no fuck around show. You know what?
Oh boy.
Choke him, Dave. Choke him. Choke him.
I win. I win. Yeah. I'm hardcore.
I'm hardcore. I'm hardcore. I'm hardcore.
He's hardcore. He's hardcore.
Hold on, we need an ambulance for Stevie.
Man. The good old times. So I guess you could say what I was trying to say with all that is, you know, maybe this wasn't the first time I've taken a beating on air. Let's see if anybody wants to check in. Who's the twink with the axe? Yeah, that's Brian Murray from the band Dogs in a Pile. Yeah, all right. Let's get back up maybe. I'm a little all over the place here. Poor Billy. Sometimes you can't win on MLC. Last night was his night to lose. Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, I guess I took a pretty hard L there, but that's kind of par for the course for me sometimes. Billy just walked into a whole steaming pile of shit. Flat Cat Ray has said he doesn't get paid from infamous Rays. The stand gives them a bit of money, but Goots keeps it all. In exchange, Ray stays in his apartment a couple months a day. All right, well, that sounds like a fucking bizarre arrangement. But I'm no longer Ray doesn't raise the white flag. I will no longer be attacking a person who is with mental handicap. Like I've apparently now crossed the line with. I fully realize now that Ray DeVito is a man with special needs, and I need to always be aware of that at all times and never forget that, because if I ever forget that Ray has special needs, I make myself look stupid. So I'm no longer going to be dealing with this whole, like, I'm in the Ray DeVito business still. I'm not fucking scared of this guy. I'm not going to back off of, talking about him or whatever if I have to. But, Ray's already said he's not my friend anymore, which I don't, we were never really fucking friends in the first place, if you really want to be honest. He needed some help getting some New York City comedy shows going back when I was still doing stand-up, and reached out to me. I helped him do film some shit on his special. I've always just tried to be supportive of the special needs guy. And now it's like the guy shits in my fucking yard all the time. So enough of that. So yeah, we'll leave it at that, shall we? You guys do your thing. You guys do your thing. Okay. Victoria wants to know, no, but every subway stop they mention that you can find a cop at a station if you have an issue. Yeah, they do that, actually. That is a new thing. Especially, again, at the major stations. They do make an extra announcement if they do stop at a station where there is a cop on the platform. The conductor gets on and says, hey, there's a police here if anybody needs, even if you don't need, they say that. So it's one of those things where it's like in New York City, it's fucking a weird place, man. It's a weird community, a lot of fucking degenerate, it's a lot of degeneracy. So it's like if you keep calling attention to it, does it make it worse? Does it make it better? I'm not a very political guy. I'm sure you could tell, because I think all politics it's all fucking broken. It's all fucking broken. Ching Lee, glad to hear you live in a good neighborhood. Kevin tried to make it sound like the ghetto. I mean, depends on your outlook on life, where you're coming from. I'm sure a lot of people think New York City is the ghetto. But you got to take the good with the bad. And right now the positives outweigh the negatives, although I do think I got to move. I'm going to have to move. I'm going to play it out for a few more weeks. I just don't see a good opportunity for me to take as far as a move. So it's like I have nowhere to move right now. I can't move. So if a couple breaks go my way, which things are lining up for me a certain way at work, that I may see an increase in pay, which would be huge right now for me. To be honest, if I was able to find some way to bump my income up just about 15-20%, I'd be able to not have to worry so much about going on MLC for an extra $300 a week or whatever. I've been very graciously given, very thankfully received payment to go on MLC for so long. It seems like this thing may have ran its course. I don't know. Half the people want me out. The other half love to hate me. So it seems like yesterday's episode was very successful monetarily, and I'm not trying to say that that's all because of me, but I'm thinking that if I was not part of that episode last night the way I was, the super chatters don't get as much to chew on. And granted, that whole beef that was going down between Malware and DK helped. But would that have gone down if the insanity that was happening on screen wasn't going down? Do I incite other people? Kevin was trying to incite me last night, and I was trying not to bite. And to a certain extent, like I felt like I was being ordered to snap. And not like I just did, but it did kind of work out that way, that things got fucking hairy. But yeah, where are you folks out here? Billy can be a great guest on your stream. Yeah, eye candy. I guess I look better when Billy's on with me, huh? Okay, I'll take that into consideration. Yeah. Okay. Are these freezes a new StreamYard thing? Am I freezing? I hope I'm not freezing. If my mods want to let me know if I've been freezing at all. It could just be my signal. That's another thing. I might have to go to the hard wire. Yeah, if I'm going to be stepping up my streaming game, I got to make some adjustments. So we're dealing with some light adjustments, and this is just a minor adjustment I made today to try to correct. I think it's working out. I think it's helping. I know I'm not there just yet, but little by little we'll get there, huh? Right? Isn't that the way to go about this? Little by little. For a big guy like myself, what else can I do? Okay. Let's try to catch up. Chad's 53. Oh, sorry. He's 5'3". Isn't he 53 also? He's 5'3" and 53, and he wears eyeliner. Jesus fucking Christ, man. That is a triple threat right there. 53, 5'3", wears eyeliner. I like Stevie and I like Chad. That's fine. I'm not going to be one of these guys who's like, Stevie needs to go. Chad needs to go away. He just never did it. He's just not good. He's just an ugly man. Chad can do whatever he needs to do. Because again, if there were no Chad, just like with Billy Cameron, Chad makes me look better. Now, I can't get out of my own way sometimes. I understand that. But Chad, you absolutely make me look better by just being around in this world. As a matter of fact, if Chad disappeared, if Chad did a Tampa paper, the Stevie Lou papers, if you will, and like disappeared from my life for an extended amount of time, it would probably fuck my shit up. It would probably put me out, exposed way more. So I hate to give maybe my enemy some advice, but if I were you, Chad, I would just completely lay low. Like, don't go on MLC. Don't do your show. Well, I guess he's got to do his show, but lay low and do nothing for a while and let me crash and burn if I'm so terrible. Otherwise, it's hard to compete with a loser like you, Chad. I'm telling you, it's so fun. You like, if this were the loser Olympics, you're the gold medal standard. Okay. 100%. Silver, maybe bronze. I mean, get Tony Mazur in on this thing too, because he'd do very well at this. Let's get Tony, you, Chad, Ray DeVito, Ski Mask will be in on the Retard Olympics, and let's see who really goes for it this year. All right. This dude does get it. Yeah, thank you, Ron DOC. I think 41-year-old silverbacks are living alone with one eye. Look at this. Even my mod, Flat Cat Jessica, says she likes Chad and Ray. That's fine. It's totally cool. I'm okay with that. You know, she knows those two just as well as I do, I feel. So I'm not going to sit here and tell people who you have to like and dislike. Now, if Flat Cat Jessica is going running over to fucking those guys and trying to fuck me over somehow, that's not a good look neither. But if she wants to just be a fan of Chad and be supportive of Chad and Ray, I'm not the kind of fucking psycho that's going to try to shut that shit down. 444 from Ching Lee. Why not have Chad fans too, Stevie? I don't know. We don't have Venmo where I live. It's okay. You can do PayPal. I'm so rich with Kiki bucks, I can send in Kiki bucks. It looks like, yeah, I don't think I can accept those anymore. Chad never threatened to beat up Simple Ray. Yeah, I mean, I didn't threaten to beat him up per se. I told him that he needed to fucking cut it out with that wife chatter because it's something that he would not have the balls to say to my face. That's all. You know? And then he kept going. So that eventually, I think I did snap and say I was going to fucking come see him. That's all. So if you guys want to fucking use that and take that, run to the bank with it. Okay. You know, I'm not someone who has stalking charges, harassment charges, breaking and entering charges, credit card theft. You know, like that dude Chad has actual documented court case problems in his life. So if he's going to call me a psychopath, it's one of those things where it's like, Jesus, dude, like you have zero self-awareness. And Pat Dixon plays the clip all the time. Like to say what I do, to compare what I do and what Chad does as far as threatening people is like just completely two different planets. So I don't get it. Sometimes it seems like there's a double standard and the people that just don't like me want to fucking do what they do. Yeah, so I guess Chad never to beat up Simple Ray. I bet you that's not true, too. I bet you if you go back, Chad has definitely at one point said something stupid while drunk about Ray and getting violent. Chingley used to hate Chad, just don't care about him anymore. I think Joey C is a grifter, but interesting. Hate his new Joseph Samuel BS. Yeah, that died out real quick, you know. Just like him staying healthy. You know that boy is drinking a 2-liter of Coke and he's back on the Snickers bars because he's not the kind of person with any sort of fortitude. You could tell he's a complete fucking dipshit loser. That whole crew. I'm sorry. I've always kept it kind of above the belt with Joey C and the Catalano crew, but that whole den of snakes and scum. It's like, Jesus. Yeah, that's like another thing with the BYB and me. Like, I never really wanted to deal with these fucking mental patient criminals. These Malkies, Joey C's. you know, um, going on to all that, fucking poking fun of mentally ill people was not really my whole thing. So it's good to see Joey C still doing his walk and talks by the highway, because hopefully he will eventually be struck down by the Lord. By Moses, the freight carrying trucker. Speaking of Chad, yeah, I did sign up for his no, I didn't sign up for his Patreon. I do have to sign up for his Patreon. I did get sent $10 to sign up for his Patreon the other day, so I could take that episode that he did about me down and go over it. We should do that this week. I think that's a good idea. I'm going to see Dune Part 2 with Bobo on Wednesday. So expect some Bobo content this week coming up. I'm thinking I'm going to try to get him live in studio, and if not, we will do it via satellite. Got a question here. Roy Cohen Esquire, what are we dabbing today? I picked something quick. I got some Banana Belts, number 4, which I believe was Banana Runts and Rainbow Belt. But yeah, this is number 4. It would be a nice time to rip the dabby doodle there while we're doing it. Catch up with some more chatters. Roy Cohen Esquire, best username in the chats. True. Dr. Chow, the Mega G, there is a multiverse where you were born a woman and married a successful oil man named from Texas named Kevin. See what you did there. I see you and Ski Mask getting along pretty well. That's a good team. I dig it. Ski and Chow. A lot better than Chow and Mir, right? Come on. Is Mir still doing it? Is he still on those shows? I think we all need to learn, Ching. Teddy, it's Oscar season. Because Paulo, your life's a movie. Yeah, that's right, Mr. Blue Sky. People cross my state lines, and now they have to deal with the federales. That's how it is. Hit the like thumbnail. Thank you very much, MSO, for checking in. Holy shit. Why don't you just get a job at the Institute for Rate of Fetal? Oh, God. Okay, looks like we're catching up finally on that video. Clean shaven Stevie. Yeah, that was a long time ago. 7 years ago. Still in my young 30s, young mid 30s. Quite the spring chicken, indeed. Yeah, that was a crazy guy, Mr. Owen. Owen Loof, the best dressed man in Rockaway. Quite the character, New York City legend, and a guy that I met in the stand-up scene when I first started and brought around just for fun. Join the Mud Shark, Stevie. Is he streaming me right now? I hope he is, Chad. I hope you are. No, it's dinner time. Chad's probably hungry. He's probably eating right now. I doubt he'd be streaming me right now. He's probably eating some salmon and drinking some Tito's. Am I right? Did I make that prediction? Did I make that prediction? Because we're going to make some predictions. Oh, my God. I didn't see these comments here. Is this a... Oh, Jesus. Ching Lee wanted to know if that clip was a remake of Roots. Oy, oy, oy. That's going to get us. Oh, yeah. Mega G was checking out the video there. Roy Cohn. asking, oh yeah, that was when he was asking about the guitarist. That was Brian Murray of Dogs in a Pile, who do a wonderful version of Boogie on Reggae Woman. Here we go. Kevin is controlling your entire life, from your old friends to bashing Gino, to steel toe moderator, to even smoking on camera during MLC podcast. Thank you, Miss Portland. Raise the white flag. Raise the white flag. Holy shit, man. You nailed it. He owns your life and free will. Thoughts on ginger women? With it. Absolutely with it. Saw MJ Murphy post some thirst trap and thoughts. I would ask a male ginger. Thank you. I unsubbed from Rock Bottom podcast a few days ago. I feel so much better. Ray is extremely toxic. You really feel it when you see a clip of him after taking a small break. Wow, this is crazy because Peter Sky Parker used to be one of the biggest Ray supporters around. As a matter of fact, I think he was Ray's agent for a while. So if PSP is saying that, a guy who came to Atlantic City and was hanging, good dude. Dude, all honesty, you need therapy. Also, you got demons you have to deal with. I'm already in therapy. Thank you very much. I appreciate the concern, and I think everybody should consider therapy, especially if you can find a good therapist. They're few and far between, it seems. So I think I absolutely am very thankful to have that option. And if you don't have insurance, there should be ways to get free help. Don't let things fester. A lot of times you need someone to help you talk through stuff, help you plan, help you try to get better. And if you find a good therapist, it can definitely be helpful. So PSP hasn't even gone live since the roast. Wow. Yeah. Again, he's blaming me for a lot of his problems right now. He says that I'm the big problem in his life and that he needs to completely cut me out. So again, he's going to the hospital a few weeks ago because of the roast. Then he did the roast and it was garbage. So I'm sorry to Ray for fucking your whole life up and ruining things for you. I know it's my fault. All my fault. Nothing that you did personally, Ray. It's you. That's me. Sorry. Kevin gives you $300 a week. That's like a little more than minimum wage. No, he doesn't give me $300 a week, but in the past I've made up to $300-400 on a good week if I've been on a couple times. There was a while where I was going on twice a week regularly, and that was probably he pays me different each week. And again, have always been very thankful. Have never once asked for $1. I've always just accepted and said thank you, and we'll continue to accept and say thank you if that's the case. And if not, so be it as well. I'm not going to be one to sit here and beg for my dinner on this. I have a great time working with Kevin Brennan, and I hope I get to work with him for a long, long time. And if he wants to go a different direction and have Ray on, have Chad on, have Bichetti on, and cut me out, I'm going to be okay. Some people might even say I'll be better off. I don't know. I don't feel that way because I really do have a good time going on MLC. I like when it's working. When it's working, it's fucking really fun. It's a good ass time. And when it's not, when you're in the barrel, it sucks. But I'm also okay with taking some shots too sometimes. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm a fucking princess. Okay. I definitely got a little fucking out of sorts last night, but I felt like I tried to reel it in as best I could and get through the episode. And we had a very successful episode at the end of the day. And I'm willing to bet that if you look at whose episodes have gotten more super chats over the past couple months, especially, it's probably me. You know, like Chad doesn't have the heat that he used to have, and he sees that and he knows that. That's why he's freaking out. You know, he does not want to admit that, but subconsciously, that's what's happening. Is that Chad is seeing all the attention that I'm getting, whether it be positive or negative, because he knows all about that, getting the positive and negative. It's just the attention. And not only the attention, but the people super chatting on top of the attention. That's where it's going to make the difference when it comes to the decision that's going to be made. You know, it's like if they don't really want to work with me anymore, he's still going to make plenty of fucking money. He'll make as much money as ever. MLC does not need Stevie Lou for one fucking second. But that being said, the past couple of weeks, if not past like 2 months especially, Stevie Lou has been a major topic, a major target for super chatters. And I wear it one way or another, for better, for worse. Last night, worse. And it's like something that I don't wish I could do it over again. I maybe wish I didn't snap. But can't take it back. So you just keep moving forward and know what you got inside. That's what matters, folks. It's what's in fucking here. Fucking right here, motherfucker. It's not all the fucking it's right here. Wow. Just as I do that, the sorcerer hits me up. Sorcerer wants to know how long will I be on. He would love to chat. Sorcerer, I will do some Oscar picks if you want to buy some time. And I am going to I'm going to message you right now my email. And if you want to send me an email, I could send you the link right back. So that's what we'll do here. We'll get the sorcerer in on the mix. I do want to watch the Oscars tonight, so we won't spend a lot of time. But I do love the sorcerer. He's a good dude. If he wants to pop on and talk, I would love to have him. And I think he would absolutely help in this situation. I totally get that. So I did send the sorcerer my email. I sent it as a comment on that Venmo there. So please feel free to shoot me over a message when you have a second on my Gmail, and I will shoot you the link there. Or if you want to shoot me anyway, man, whatever is best. Around 8-ish. Okay. So sorcerer may not be available till 8. Let's see how it goes. I do really kind of want to watch. That's ceremony start in about 45 minutes. So yeah, sorcerer, if you want, man, since it is kind of like we'll be backed up on the Oscars really tight, let's shoot for basically reach out to me via email and we'll schedule. We'll try to work out a time that works for you, man. If we could just want to do like a quick little chat ASAP, because it is good to maybe work through some of this stuff while the issue is still hot. So, but thank you very much for your support, buddy. I really appreciate the checking in, throwing me a few bucks. Sorcerer, hit me up on the Venmo if you feel like being generous. There it is, right there. Got the PayPal as well. Venmo at Stevie Lou 12. PayPal at the Stevie Lou. Thank you to everyone who's been very supportive with either encouragement or monetary. Both work. A lot of people reached out. People have been reaching out, showing what I feel is maybe some general concern. And that's always nice. But again, I'm not here for a sympathy show. I just do feel that maybe some people do see what's happening and they maybe could commiserate. Okay. Dang lizard, 2 unrelated sentences. Over 500,000 people go missing in the U.S. every year. Ray is not innocent. Wow. Need to get KB on some edibles. Yeah, there's been talk about that for a while. Jerry, Chad is the least profitable guest on MLC as of late for sure. Yeah, he's got to know that. Okay. Dang lizard. Eiffel Tower bone lamp, skin suits, and Ray's human steaks are now 50% off and with a free bottle of Ray's hot sauce. It's great for steak. All at Ray's secret Discord store. I got to work on my delivery on that copy, but that's a great ad. Thank you. Dude, you're good. A good ad to MLC. You've been bringing a lot of content. Thank you, Teddy. I know you've been around watching the show. So, okay. Sorcerer time. We're going to get the sorcerer in soon. Okay. Let's get into some picks, right? Do this quick. Run through some Oscar picks. I've got a website here that runs everything down and saves the picks too. So the fuck? Sorry. Oh, there it is. There we go. Thank you. Okay. This is the Best Picture Award. Now, everyone's going Oppenheimer. It's got the 6-1 favorite odds. But Stevie Lou, looking at this list here, let's see if I can. Saw Barbie. I actually enjoyed it. We all saw the phenomena that Barbie was. Everybody wearing the pink. And, really went up the same opening weekend as Oppenheimer. As a matter of fact, they had the whole Barbenheimer phenomenon where some people went and saw both movies the same day. And I think that Barbie was the more culturally significant film, as great as Oppenheimer is and was. And I do love Christopher Nolan. I like Greta Gerwig as well. I mean, if I had to do Sophie's choice between Greta Gerwig and Christopher Nolan, I got to go Christopher Nolan. But for me, the film of the year was Poor Things. So I'm going to put Poor Things in for my choice of film of the year. I honestly think that Oppenheimer's going to take it, but I personally think that Poor Things was the film of the year, and I'm going to go with that. We'll see if we get the knockoff win there. I don't think it has a realistic chance, but I'm going to go with the the long shot here. And now let's see if this moves to the next one for me or not. Ooh. Okay, it's processing. Why is it taking forever? All right, let's go back. Okay, I may end up bailing on this if this is going to be bitchy. So, okay. You know what? That's not working at all. I probably should have tested that out before. Oh, screw. Okay. Oh, fuck the New York Times. Not to the New York Times. Okay, which is a decent enough source? Vulture. Okay. Best picture, like I said, I'm going to go Poor Things. Best director. Whew, okay. Anatomy of a Fall. An okay film, but not the one. Scorsese. I didn't even see Killers of the Flower Moon, so I shouldn't say, but he ended up turning me off with The Irishman so much that I didn't even give this apparently great film a chance. So I can't really say. And then, yeah, now I'm down to Oppenheimer and Poor Things, directed. This is a really tough decision. I guess I got to go Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer as best director. So again, I went with Poor Things for best picture, but I am going Oppenheimer with best director. You know, in reality, I think Oppenheimer will win best picture and Christopher Nolan best director, but that's what I'm going with as far as picks. Best actor, I think I'm on board with the popular opinion that Cillian Murphy is going to be taking home the Best Actor award for 2024, which is a pretty crazy statement to make for a lot of people when you think about that guy's career and how far he's come. I've been a fan of his since very early on. And yeah, I think he was great in Oppenheimer. I thought he really was great. So out of this list, I didn't see Maestro. Didn't see Rustin. Didn't see The Holdovers. Did see American Fiction, and I thought Jeffrey Wright was very good in American Fiction. But as far as verse Oppenheimer, yeah, I'm going to give it to Cillian Murphy. Let's see. Roy Cohn says Nolan blows. Jesus. Are the Oscars on already? No, it's what? Oh shit. Oscars are on. God damn it. Oh, well, the Oscars started 20 minutes ago, and I should go check that out. Yeah. You know what? I don't think anybody really gives a fuck about my Oscar opinions, and I think I should just go and watch the Oscars. Yeah. You know what? Fuck this. This is stupid. What are you going to do? Thank you in the chat for who was that? Who the fuck was that? Yeah. Thank you, Oodles of Toodles, for helping me out. I thought it started at 8 o'clock and it's 7. Maybe that's daylight savings fucked me up. I don't know. Thank you, everyone, for checking in. Can't be late for the Oscars. You've been awesome. We're going to get through this. I promise. This week, we got a lined up week. I'm going to have the Sorcerer. We're going to have Bobo. We're going to have the Sorcerer and Bobo on next week, talking Dune 2 and talking what's going on in this head. What's going on in this head? If you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button. I wanted to say thank you very much to Balls Deep and Jessica, the Flat Cat, for all that you do, for keeping everybody in check. And thank you to all the lunatics out there around the globe, turning L's into V's and putting motherfuckers to ease. I'll see you on the flip side. Shit, I wish I had something cool to go out with. Let's do this. We got a kitty. What kind of kitty here? What a kitty cat here? What are you doing here?